shakedown.
Welcome to Formula One 2014.
Hello everyone, this is MeTeLXL. Before I continue to start this upload, first I wanted to quickly say between my previous FIFA video and the video before that, there wasn't any activity here on my channel for a few weeks. Now I can answer, this is because I've actually been away for over 2 weeks. I did try to get a way of notifying you viewers in some way about this, but it was getting late at the time to achieve. The nearest moment of it occurred in my previous video with an intro annotation that directed this video with a more reasonable say about the on hold of presents, which is what I've done now. Now that I've added that in, I'm good to announce we are starting again from F1 2013 Season Challenge by starting a new series with the F1 2014 Season Challenge. If you already do know or don't know, I made an original idea series on my channel last year called F1 2013 Season Challenge. The series is influenced to myself for Formula One, as one of the sports I have followed and have in the F1 games too. In the Formula 1 video games, there's usually a game mode in it called Season Challenge. That is a side mode besides from career mode and the mode where you can races anytime you want. Season Challenge puts you in a video game based journey concept of going through a Formula 1 season in some related experiences like dynamic places on the championship and constructors leaderboard, and racing for a Formula 1 team from the sport. Now, the game for F1 2015 did come out when I had started going off, but I'm putting the new season challenge into 2014 first, because initially I could have done 2014 season challenge last year, but I didn't do it because the other content was going up, and thinking about it, it's the time to go for it now. And it's a good idea using the 2014 season for the series, as 2014 was a new era for mechanical changes in the engine, which made it a quieter and not a whining noise. Also, different features to the cars, new areas where country track locations were added to the season, and Mercedes, with Lewis Hamilton in particular, performed the best and starting to give other teams and racers a chance to achieve something with not just the well-performing teams. The main new feature to the F1 game was apparently the mechanics and use in gameplay. Also, as usual, we're putting the recent 2014 year format to the game. From knowing more driving knowledge and driving this year, I may perform even more approved through this season challenge than I did in the start of the 2013 season challenge. Though going back in driving will be unexpected of how this will start, as usually I drive in a game partly. In the 2014 season challenge, these new ideas are here for tweaking the experience, with each video in the season challenge is for one country we go to, with the qualifying to the Grand Prix and extras. In 2013 season challenge, I usually went for 2 international countries, but would put too much viewing minutes into them, and the concept would be better for the video towards one event and frequency with this idea. This time, because it only happened on episode 3 in the 2013 season, there will be a link in the description to one previous video back in the 2014 season challenge series before the current one the user is watching on, so if they want to, they can choose to watch the previous one. An example, if I was viewing episode 3 and wanted to go back to episode 2 to remember something there that was vital towards this one, then I can instantly go through the link to go back one. I can use any camera view that is similar to the viewing of driving. Last is that I am allowed to change team during the season, which is an opportunity to sometimes take in the game, though I wouldn't think it does happen in real life, though otherwise, and I feel that I won't be doing that. These are the ideas I have here, but if more appear I can put them on at any point in the series with others. Now we are starting the F1 2014 season challenge. Go. We'll go for medium because, as I just said, I've had the experience in driving, but also better one because I know knowledge in driving in games. So hard would be a bit too hard and easy is too much easy, so I think medium may be the right one for me. You can't choose every single team, but you, at the start, just like in 2013 season challenge I showed you, you can choose a basic F1 team out of a few, such as Sabia and Marussia. The one team I've respected fondly of in 2014 and 2015 is actually Williams. I support Lewis Hamilton in Mercedes, and when I was young I was on his side while into this Formula 1 stuff, and I guess I still am at the moment. But Williams are a constructor that are doing well themselves and got the good races of Massa and Bottas. They're also quite English, I think. And I know that the co-boss of the group is Claire Williams. I think Claire is her first name. In 2013 season challenge I was with Williams the whole time, but it doesn't look like they're on the starting teams for 2014. I know I'm definitely not picking for Caterham, just because they're a lower basic team out of all of them, but with no criticism there. Lotus was sort of good in 2013 and then under, and sometimes they don't do bad, but they've come a little bit weaker in 2014 and 2015 sometime, or sometimes regularly. I'm probably not going for Toro Rosso just because in 2014 Kvyat was there and he's Russian, and yes, you know where this is going if you know. I'm not the fan of Russia, but I don't like them because of my opinion with my LGBT standard on them. Or it could have the other racer from there. Though I could have gone for Toro Rosso, but it makes it easier to give a decision. And I just realised to see that there's a difficulty bar on their tags for some reason. It's either Sabia, actually it's Sauber I think they say it, or Marussia. I actually think Sabre have done a bit better than Marussia, and they look to strive forward a bit more. So I'm picking you, Sabre. Sabre, I mean. Sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. This is here. I welcome you viewers to my team.
Welcome to Season Challenge. This
Thank
is the
you.
hub area. Let me show you around. At the bottom of the screen is the hub menu. Navigating to each option will automatically update the screen. When an option needs your attention, you'll notice an icon appear above it on the menu. To the right of the screen, we have the season standings table. Use this table as an indicator as to who might provide you with a good rival challenge. To the left, we have the driver cards. These show a summary of how well you're currently doing within the season, and importantly, against your rival. Remember, beat him, and you'll have the option to take his drive. The email system can be accessed from the bottom of the screen. An icon will appear when you have new email. Be sure to read them, as it will contain important information about the weekend's events. That's the key features of the Season Challenge Hub.
Cool. As he said, beating my rival that I choose, it is true. And with this gives you the chance in the game to move to a different constructing Formula 1 team, such as Red Bull, for example, I want. And I don't know if this happens in real life, but it could happen if for a serious reason, like with health issues relating to one of the team in their team, so they would move to the other to work with. And there's actually 18 races in this leaderboard. Parts of the concept of F1 2014 in video game here is similar to F1 2013, but leveled to 2014 in that year, which is nearer to here as well, quite recent. I just checked a bit of my emails there, as it's a feature during the season challenge. One of the related people to me here, called Andy Knight, looks like he supplies the data for the sport, and one part of this is sending me an email to picture this track out, and this track is to the first Grand Prix I think we are about to do, which is in Austria. And you can see with the initials at the top where the number of races are, that is where I'm about to start my season first. But before the race, there is what they put in the sport as an event called qualifying, but before that they do these 3 short event race things called practice, where the racers go out on the track for a time to get used to the track, I guess. Qualifying here is where a position is decided for you by driving through lap times. That then decides your position into the Grand Prix the next day. But before we start the qualifying off, the game needs us to pick a rival, which is more simpler for me to decide because I know a bit of F1 knowledge. And it's fine if you viewers know a bit about Formula 1, are in the Formula 1 area, or watching because you're from my channel, or just want to watch this from a bit of their strength that they have. I can beat Max Chilton and Jules Bianchi. And speaking of Jules Bianchi, I know that he was involved in a crash in the Japanese Grand Prix last year, which I saw, and he was in an injury in hospital. And then when I was seeing a bit of Formula 1 this week, there was tribute to him for some reason. I didn't know much of why it went more further in tributing, because I thought he was in hospital and not dead, but it appears I've just found out that he died while in a coma in July this year, I think. So from me, I tribute towards Jules Bianchi. He was actually quite cool to know his French, and he raced with Sauber because that's the Formula 1 team he was with. And the weird thing now is that when you get into a team in the Formula 1 game, you replace one player from the group when you get in there. So if it was Mercedes AMG, it would either be Nico or Lewis's place I would take, so I'd race beside the other that's still in there. So I'm racing with Jules in my team because we're in the same team, and it's weird because he's been tributed recently to his death, and I'm actually racing with that person as if he was in that season of 2014. But I guess I'm glad because it's very tributing. I have full respect for Bianchi. I don't think the incident will happen in the game though, unless it surprisingly does. Bottas and Maldonado can get past me, I think. I actually didn't know these guys were at the lower part here. We've got 22 races, including him, but he was just included at the end of the real season because he had to take someone's place. I don't remember. I think he's in this current season. We're going to go for the highest out of the same leveled ones, which is going to be Bianchi. Actually no, I'm going to be kind because since this tribute I'm going to choose Max Chilton instead. And he's English too. But now let's go into the session. The cool thing about this part, despite if it does load in the page whilst reading this or not, is you can read these things in like the news and while the page loads, so then by the time you've read them all, read some of them, then you can just continue on right away. Through the info, this track looks like it's set in the mountains. But it actually seems that Austria is related to mountains in some way. And now it looks like we're about to start. Here we go. Oh, slow down the corner there, you should. Vettel's overtaking at a time a bit. But we're still going through this. We're a little bit off, though we're not doing too bad.
Performance is going to make it very difficult for us to get a positive result tomorrow. 22nd on the grid.
I think that in a Formula 1 car it feels like it to control. It's different than driving a Formula 1 car than driving other cars from other racing games, because I drove in a game like a month ago. It's a bit different experiences to each other. As you can see, I put my nationality down as English because I love England, I put my nationality down earlier as well as the other details, even what you want to be called as your radio name, which I chose Nitro. What I can do well with the race is follow what everyone else is doing, so I develop the skill. I may edit on some bits of the video in this series now more, because there was a reason why, but then I forgot, and if I remember it through whatever point in the video, I'll tell you guys. We're ready, so we're gonna go now. Also, another idea I'm going to add into the series is I am allowed to skip a race if I need to for whatever the reason is, such as my not like on a country.
First race of the season, and it's time for the rivals to see who can get the early advantage.
Okay, so this is the first race of the season. Let's start it with a win against your rival.
Maybe we might do the best we can. Oh, that's a different sound of the new engine, turbo engines, 2014. As Ben on BBC Sport would say, lights out and away we go. Right. Keep it cool. We're going off a bit at the back, which isn't the bestest sign. And I got a penalty, but I don't know what it's for. And because I caused a collision apparently. And there's that damn caveat! Oh, cool, we're overtaking him now, and Maldonado. Now Grosjean's up next.
Okay, you're in his dirty air.
Holy sugar. Oh, calm down a bit. Oh, I hope he gets a penalty though. Yeah, I think they could give him a penalty for a place back. Oh, I thought they said they were giving Kvyat some sort of penalty, but my rival said is apparently in 23rd, or basically the last, I think. Oh no, I hope I didn't get no penalty for that. No, but it looks like I did sort of go across the corner about properly. And that arrow indicates someone's behind me. Let's have a quick peek. It's Maldonado going across the corner there. Oh, he's keeping like the similar speed behind me as well. We're in 17th as well, so if we get 17 in this race, if we get into 17th place in this race, this will be a good start to the season, and because we're not last. Oh, there's Malvin. No, I wonder who he was with. I thought it was a McLaren. Oh, it looks like it's... Okay, I'm confused. There's a silver car there, but Maldonado is not from McLaren, I don't think. Oh, maybe he is though. I don't... No, his car looks a bit more black. So that is... What? Oh, Maldonado's in Lotus. I think that's what Lotus cars look like. down. Oh, calm down. Oh, should have gone around that fourth corner, I think. Like they might have done. See. Oh no, Mount Nara's gone over. Oh no, 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 no. That is. Yes! Oh my god, did he? Oh my god! Oh no, this isn't good. We've gone from 17th to a few places back. Sorry. What? I don't get what it says when it says no overtaken. Oh god, I hope there's penalties. They should alert me of penalties, otherwise I haven't been hearing the radio properly. 23rd is what said my rival is, and still apparently. There's actually been 4 laps.
About 7 seconds between you and the car ahead.
There's 7 seconds apparently from the car ahead. I could have maintained a good position, but I think I got caught off guard, or some car actually bumped into me. I hope with 2014 that they do include penalties from computer drivers and other drivers. Because in 2013 I didn't think they did that properly. Hopefully in 2014 they've done that. Otherwise if someone crashes into me again, the game's going to allow it. But in the next gen version on 2015, I think they must have improved on this, if it hasn't now. Chilton's behind me. Go around this corner. That was a good turn actually. That was a very nice turn. I thought someone was going to bump into me at full speed there. I'm getting used to the sound of the car. Already like what I drive in. That was like how they actually turned in the race. And up ahead you can see on the message Rosberg has just finished the race. The first one in fact. Oh no, that turn must have ruined. Oh crap, that was a skid there again. Well, we got into 22nd place, which isn't last. Further up, we'll get a better position next time. Failed? It didn't beat Max Chilton. Oh, he got to 17th, did he?
Unlucky. He lost to his rival.
No, he got to 21st. Just by 1 part. At this part of the video, I didn't realise that I had actually finished last, and the penalty I had earlier became a 10-second time penalty to the time I finished the race in. The increased time was more slower than the time Max Chilton finished the race in. Originally I could have been in front of him, plus I need to pay more attention to race facts, which you heard me incorrect, like there's 22 races in this season, but not 23. I will say about this next time. If I can beat my rival, I'll either get to move to another one that is wanting me to get to their group, or I can stay in Sabre at the moment. I'd probably like to go to Williams, but then I might like still be in Sauber, and then I could just keep where Felipe and Valtteri are in their nice Williams racing team. I didn't get any points because I didn't reach to position 10 or above. Actually, Bianchi was from Mauritius, I just realised. My actual teammate is Adrian Sutel. So, with Sabre in the Constructors' Championship board, we're last place on the leaderboard. It's not really that bad to be unimpressed though. Well, it depends how you feel. But you didn't reach last, but I get it could be because we didn't beat our rival, Max. And he got in a position one higher than us, leading to him from our rivalry being beaten from. But by that message there, he says he believes his rival has the advantage, and soon I may do. That's it for the first episode of the series, and next up is a country which I'm quite very fond of and that I've mentioned before a bit on my channel, I think. So that will be quite exciting. And this is just the start of the F1 2014 season challenge. Subscribe to MeTeLXL if you want to follow my videos on YouTube. Like the video if you liked it. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one or have your one.
Shake out!